You'd think since I still need to wash my hair and that I'm kind of breaking out right now, that I wouldn't record. Yet here we are. Way back, like, I bet a few months from now, I recorded a list of things that just annoy me. And I remember looking at those comments and that they were so funny, and I'm surprised that I haven't gotten to a part 2 until now. Oh well, we're here now. So, welcome to the video. We're gonna hop into it. The first thing I have is the loud noise that windshield wipers make when there's no water on them, so they just kind of... It's so annoying. Because even when, like, there's just a little bit of water on it, so it's like, yeah, I might as well just wipe, but, like, it's so grating. So I don't like that. It's not good. Makes you want to take them and rip them off, because it's like, stop it. Next thing is, I don't really like it when people breathe in my face. Pretty much regardless of if your breath is, like, stinky or not, I just am not a fan. Because maybe it's because I feel like it invades my personal space a little bit. I don't know, it's a strange pet peeve I have. I guess it's an invasion of privacy thing, or... I just don't like the hot breath going onto my face. The next thing I have is, it's more like when women say this, is when they say, I was born in the wrong generation. I find that annoying because these days we have so many more rights compared to like those times that women or just like people in general romanticize about, like in the like 30s to 40s, whatever. Now I get to be an entrepreneur. My husband's very supportive of this, and the more trivial stuff, like I enjoy wearing pants. I like being able to vote and be able to speak my voice. And so when I think about those times when people romanticize about it, I'm just like, I mean, yeah, some of the things back then are kind of cute. Like they'll post pictures a lot saying like, oh, like they go on cute dates and stuff. The man is always like such a gentleman and stuff. And I don't want to discount that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't like romanticizing that time because of how much more, not fun it was for women. So that's why it bothers me. Just, I was born in the wrong generation. I think I was born in the right generation. I like where I'm at. And even though we have plenty of work to do still, we always do regarding any social issues, I like the progress we have made, and I like being in that time. So, hope you agree. Next thing I have is there's no good way to cut toenails. As soon as you snip it, just swing, it just leaves. It goes off into space, and you never see it again. And by space, I mean into the floor, where you can never find it ever again. And it makes it that much harder to clean it up. The best way that I find I do it, and this is for like toenails and fingernails, is like just do it right out of the shower because they're wet, they're easy to like cut and then get there. If they're dry, they boomerang off your body. It's really annoying. Next thing I have is hashtags. Like when I'm hashtagging for like TikTok or Instagram or whatever social media post I'm making, I never know what to do with them. Because like some people say like, oh, do the trending ones, but then the trending ones usually don't like match what your video is or picture is. Well, I remember coming across a TikTok especially where there was this one hashtag for ASL. I don't remember what it was, but people were using it, but that hashtag was meant for like people who, you know, are deaf to whatever degree and need to use sign language. I'm not even sure what the hashtag was about, but I remember them talking about that like it's a little difficult to like see what the hashtag is actually used for when people are just using it as a trending one. So that was a perspective that I thought was interesting, and like that's part of the reason why I'm like, I don't know, like occasionally I'll use trending hashtags if I feel like it kind of sounds like what I'm trying to do in my picture or video. But then like again, people are like, oh, use these ones, and then other times I'm like, should I just do random stuff because I don't know. So hashtags are just so like, what do I do with you? I've tried all kinds of things. I've tried using trending stuff. I've tried just like making up my own or use kind of just general stuff, and what I'm doing right now seems to be working okay, so just going with that. My next one, I wrote down RBF when you're fine. What I mean by this is when you're like me and your resting face looks quite mean, And, or like my focused face, or just like, yeah, whether I'm just like resting my face or I'm focusing and concentrating on something, I look so mean, or I look like, people have told me I look mad or sad, or I just like don't look like I'm okay. But I bet you, as soon as you come up to me and be like, hi, I'll be like, hi. Like, it's just like that. I swear I'm okay. Yeah, that's just kind of annoying because people just assume the worst, which, you know, most people do with good intentions. They're like, oh, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Oh, man. So that one's a little more funny than annoying, but sometimes it can be annoying. But one thing I do find annoying is April Fools. I've never been a prankster. I've never really liked that. There's this hair sticking up. I don't know if you see that. Stop. I'm not alfalfa, okay? No, I've never been a prankster. I've gotten pranked on a couple of times, and I don't know, it's just kind of annoying. I feel like if it's more just like lighthearted, I'm trying to think of a prank that I would be more okay with. Like one that's pretty harmless. Because some people do like really intense pranks, and like those I definitely do not ever want to be a part of, because those are just mean and like just way too embarrassing for it to be enjoyable. Because like the idea of a good prank, like a nice just casual prank in my mind, is one that like is like a little embarrassing, but you realize it's just a prank and you all can move on. It's just kind of like a laugh you can move on from. But even then, though, I'm kind of just like, if I can avoid it, that'd be nice. I'm not a huge fan of pranks. Yeah, no. Paper Fools is like, I'm ready to catch people. You're like, don't prank me. Oh, this next one's so annoying. When shirts don't stay on hangers. It's like, this is literally your job. Why aren't you doing it? I guess it helps when you have like those little grabber thingies on it, like that keeps the shirts on a little better on the hanger, because ones you get at like the dollar store, just like the slick ones, those are pretty terrible. I mean, depending on the fabric you have, they're fine, but other things like blouses or like other loose shirts like that, they don't stay on. It's like, brr. Especially if you're in a bad mood and it's just like, you put something on a hanger and it falls and you just look at it like, could my day get any worse? Seriously, why must you do this? You're failing your one job. This other thing is a little bit more unique to like someone my size, because I'm quite small, if you didn't know. One thing that's just really annoying is I can't donate blood or plasma. I've definitely gained weight since I was like even just a couple of years ago, but it's also a height requirement as far as I'm aware. So it's just like a height and weight combination. And so like I can't. So, like even if I wanted to help people, I can't do it, and that annoys me. Okay, I cannot be the only one who's annoyed by this one. So like, you know when you have to cite sources in like book reports or research papers like during school or whatever, there's so many different ways to cite, and it's like, can we just agree on one? Like what's annoying especially is I learned MLA like during middle school, high school. That's the only one I use. And then suddenly when I got to college, it's like, oh yeah, you gotta do APA. What? Why wasn't I taught this then? Or during college I had to use 2 different ones, which isn't bad, but like when you see the minute differences, like it's the difference between like a comma or a period, and it's like, what is the point of this? Can't we just choose one and be okay with that? I don't even know how many different ways there is to cite. I don't even want to know. I know those 3 more or less, and that they frustrate me. It's just like, why? I don't know if I mentioned the other one. I had to learn Chicago too. I had to learn APA in Chicago. And one of them was for a very difficult class. It was like I was both struggling in the class and I had to learn an entirely new citing format. And I'm like, why? Okay, my last one infuriates me to my core because it's so impractical. So if you remember Jurassic World, I mean, lots of people have lots of opinions about like why it's not good, or you know, everything. For the most part, I actually liked it okay. The one thing that infuriates me and burns a fire in my very soul is when the Zerem Claire, whatever, the lead, I'm so angry I can't even speak, is when the female lead wears heels the entire freaking movie. Like, sorry, if you're running for your life, take off the heels. Like, if I was trying to wear heels and trying to run away and do all these things in these movies, I'd be dead in like 2 minutes. How? It's so impractical. Like, go barefoot. Just, it's not worth it in my mind. Especially at the very end where she's like running. Spoiler alert. Especially at the end, she's having the T-Rex chase her with that I think it was a flare, whatever, and all you hear is like intense music and her heels clicking, and I'm like, great, the one thing that annoys me about this movie is reminding me. Just so impractical, especially when they're like trudging around in like the woods or in like all the mud and the dirt, and it's like, especially the one she was wearing, I think she was wearing like stilettos, which is like even worse. If it was like at least a shorter heel, like it would make like shorter and wider heel, that would make way more sense. But no, of course she was wearing stilettos or whatever the word is for those sink into like dirt and stuff, so she was just constantly just like trudging, when like at that point, why are you holding on to these? Just take them off. This is a life or death situation, Claire. Went off a little bit there. I need to center myself. No, I'm not really like that angry, but it's just like, it irks me so much every time I think about it. It's like, why is this a thing? You don't need to wear them. Wowza. All right. That is the video for today. And for this week, because I don't think I've like officially told you guys yet, but I am switching over to like uploading once a week, because I'm also streaming on Twitch now, which, go follow me on twitch.tv/PocoMuses. There's a link in my description. But yeah, I'm doing that too, and with uploading and streaming and all the like networking and marketing I'm trying to do, and I'm doing all this by myself, it's just too much to do, like uploading twice a week and streaming twice a week, and I'm trying to make it easier on myself, more manageable. So let me know what you thought of this video. Leave comments below of some things that you find annoying, and maybe validate me on these things, because some of them are probably very random. Leave a like if you like this video, and if you'd like to stick around and watch more, please subscribe, because I would love it if you joined us and keep helping me grow. And hit that bell so that you know when I've made a video. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope the annoying things in your life are not bombarding your brain too much today. And if so, we can all bond and be annoyed by it. So I hope you're having an awesome day, and keep being your best self, keep killing it, and I'll see you later. Bye.